Hi, it's time for another math easy. So we're going to discuss factoring. Basically, look at the method by guessing, just using your head here. It's basically factoring of what it is. Basically, if you had a function, let's say a polynomial like this, x cubed, x squared, minus 2x plus 6. Basically, factoring would just be writing it in a simpler form. Like this is the third degree polynomial, so then we could actually break it down into an x3 x squared minus 2 polynomials. So now we have, these are called the factors here. I'll show you how you do this. You could guess these ones. If you FOIL this out, just multiply it out, you're gonna get this answer. You could do that yourself. But also also in this one, you could actually factor this one even further out. This would actually equal to x minus 3, and these are all the factors. This is gonna be x square root 2 x plus square root 2, because this one here could factor out to this, and if you multiply these out, you're gonna get this one here. So now I'll just show you how to get these. Again, to see x cubed, now we're gonna have every single one to degree 1 power. So we just made 3 simple ones. Now the way guessing works, let's just write that down here. Basically, if you look at, let's just write down a quadratic formula here, a quadratic polynomial or second degree here. So x squared minus 4x plus 3, and we want to write it in a form of something like this. So we just so we wanted something like x plus a and x plus b. Well, to find out how we should start about guessing this, well let's just expand this out here. If we FOIL this out, if we just multiply this by this and then this by this, and I'll add them all up, you're going to get x squared plus, and this one's going to be bx, and then it's plus ax, and then plus ab. Or in this case, we'll just simplify this out. It's going to be an x squared plus a plus b x, and then plus ab. And then if we put these, just align this with it over here, so we're going to get, like, basically this has to equal this one. So if we just align it, this is I'm just going to write this down as well. So we have an x squared there, then we have a negative 4x here, plus 3 in this case. So what this means is we need a number a times b has to equal to 3, and then also here we need a plus b is equal to negative 4. So with many functions like this, it's easy to quickly guess, because then you'll have integer values here. Because if you see in this case, if it's a times b is equal to 3, if they add up to here, so basically what we could just think about right now is if a equals to negative 1 and b is equal to negative 3, we're going to have negative 1 times negative 3 is equal to 3, and then they add up. If you were to add these up, this just equals to negative 4. So there's their answer. So basically, a would be that. So then our factors are x minus 1 and x minus 3. So we could just quickly guess it, and we have it here. So that's our answer. And if you expand it out, you could check. You'll get this exact same one, but we have it just right here. So if we start, let's say another example. Let's say call example 2 here. If we have x squared plus 7x minus 8. Again, now we're going to do the same way as here. So we need two numbers that add up. Let's go a plus b is equal to 7, and a times b is equal to negative 8 here. And again, this one here, they multiply the negative 8, they add up to 7 here. So this is a negative, so you're going to have one negative, one positive. So in this case, we'll just have 8 times, well, negative 1. And then if they add up, in this case, yeah, this 8 times negative 1 is equal to negative 8, and 8 minus 1, or add them up, is equal to 7. So there's our answer. And this one will just be quickly, this is x plus 7, plus 8, and x minus 1. So there's our answer. And again, you could FOIL these out, and this would just be, well, this one, multiply this by this, and this by this, you're going to have x squared plus, minus 1x plus 8x minus 8, and these add up. So again, yeah, there's a negative 8 there, and then these add up to 7. So we're just going to equal to x squared plus 7x minus 8. So now we have these two simple ones. This is correct. Okay, so now let's look at another example here. Just example 3 is a bit harder. X squared plus 3 over 2, x plus 1 over 2. Again, you could probably do this in your head, or just write it down as well as before. So a times b is equal to 1 over 2, and then they add up to 3 over 2. So a plus b, yeah, is equal to 3 over 2. And in this case, this one is clearly, well, if you have this one, could be just 1 over 2 plus 1. And this would be 3 over 2. So you could just quickly guess it, and 1 over 2 times 1 is just 1 over 2. So this answer is going to be x plus 1 and x plus 1 over 2. Now, yeah, so basically it's quick and easy. But the limitations for this is basically there isn't many equations that you could easily factor. Or not all have integer roots or something like this of 1, but this one's not integer, but this was still pretty easily a fraction. So yeah, some of them it'll be much more complex, so you can't really do it unless you have a calculator, or I'll show you different methods in later videos. Well, that's all for today. Hopefully you learned about just factoring by guessing. It's just quick and easy. You can download these notes in the info below, and that's all for today. Hopefully you learned, and stay tuned for another math easy solution.